What's up, y'all? It is me, Brenda Maria, and today I'm taking y'all with me. In my city, I'm very popular, so I get booked for a lot of engagements, a lot of interviews, podcasts, radio, photo shoots, you name it. I'm doing it in the city of Cleveland. So I'm in town. I got booked to speak at an engagement. Yeah, to give them a little insight about my life, where I came from, and how I made it this far. So thank y'all for supporting me this much. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so when I post, you get that notification and follow me.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up, you?
Yeah, how are you?
We're gonna get one about 6:30. We just not opening the door.
So y'all, I'm right here with my brother Walt. He been with me through like everything, as a mini-me, always supported me, always believed in my vision, and I believed in his. And he has a event called Ghetto Therapy that he do every Wednesday. And he gonna tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so Ghetto Therapy is an open to the public therapy session where we do Reiki therapy, which focuses on the chakras, sound bowl, it's through the noises, traditional art therapy, and we focus on residents from like the project areas, red line communities, impoverished communities who may be facing generational trauma. I believe that all trauma starts from generations. It just don't happen overnight. So what we seeing in the city of Cleveland and everywhere else is generations of trauma spilling out. So what we do at Ghetto Therapy is combat generational trauma through using therapy services. That's Ghetto Therapy.
Yep, so he's taking y'all with us.
I'm happy, I'm proud.
Yeah.
She born ready.
She's talking
about, okay.
She born ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. No matter what you're doing in life, you can always succeed. You do the best you can. I got a huge story in order to tell it. So.
For sure.
Yeah. But I was bad as hell, wasn't it? Rapping at the lunch table?
Yeah. What's just this? Look. Yeah, this where I be at, for real. Oh, snap. She got the camera. How you doing?
I'm doing
Doing
good.
good?
I'm all in the camera because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't speak in like 8 months. I'm a little rusty. Hopefully I make sense. And if I don't, if all us feel just start doing the robot, make people laugh real quick. Or I could try to sing to them. That would just brighten their day because I sound so amazing. Yeah. That got them every trip, y'all.
Lady that's here today is somebody that I've been working with since she was younger. I've been trying to get her to come to Ghetto Therapy for about a year. She can never make it. She always out of town. She always busy. But she hit me up this week like, bro, I'm in town. I'm pulling up. So she's here today. I'm extra excited. I mean, ever since she's been younger, like 15, 16 years old, she had this big vision. And she, like, to see her live it is crazy. Like Congo, we shot the whole child support video back, about 2013, 14-ish. And she had a big vision then, and she said she was going to do everything that she's doing now. And so I'm just happy to see her doing it. So I want to bring up my little sister, Sabrina.
I'm gonna sit down. I like getting personal. So my name is Sabrina. I'm 26 years old. I met Walt when I was about 13, 14-ish. And my goal in life was always to be better than my environment, to be much more. My mom gave me up when I was 6 years old. So I was raised by my aunt. When I turned 16, the mom who I knew, she passed away suddenly. She passed away with a sudden heart attack, so it left me alone. I went through foster care at 16, not because, the mom who raised me did anything wrong, but just because it wasn't her time here anymore. So from that, being in foster care, at that age, you don't want to be there, so you run. I jumped out the window and I left, and it ended up making me homeless at 17 years old. So I would sleep in my car, I would go to the cemetery, I would put my head down at the cemetery until it was time for me to go, and then I would go to the laundromat and go to sleep because it was 24 hours at that time. And from then, I started a program called LC. That program stood for Life Changers. Through your life circumstance, living creatively. And so this girl who's AWOL started a program to teach kids that you can be much greater than your environment, that you are not alone. So my whole goal and my whole purpose in life was to let people know no matter what you go through, you can make it. My sister passed away of colon cancer when I was 18. So it's like, dang, God, Why are you doing all this to me? What I do? You know, as a kid, I'm not understanding. So I started dancing. I ended up being an exotic dancer, no longer. Claps to me. I grew, but I became a dancer just to make ends meet, to support myself. I told the judge I can be on my own. Whatever way it would take, I can do it. So that was something I did. I didn't know that I would blow up from it. I started working with lots of celebrities, music videos, Stevie J, Missy Elliott, P. Diddy, and life just started progressing as I was growing mentally and spiritually. It just started progressing. But October 8th last year, my brother got killed here in Cleveland. And it was like, God, I'm doing everything that you're asking of me. I'm doing everything. Trying to go to school for pre-law, speaking at engagements. What else do you want from me? And it was just me and my brother. It was just us. Tell y'all the story real quick. He went to our cousin's house, and our cousin's baby father killed my brother as he went to go, knock on the window to get their attention. And it was like I lost my brother, but I had to lose my family. Because how could you? How could you? How could you allow that to happen? So I created, way further, I created my name to be Storm. And a lot of people ask me, why is your name Storm? That was my dancer name, of course, but why did you pick Storm out of all names? Why not Sugar Mama, you know what I'm saying? But I chose Storm, And it was because I believed in conquering the storm and not letting the storm conquer me. I knew at that moment I was in a storm. And I knew that the safest spot in that storm was the center. So in order to go through the storm, y'all got to go through that. Y'all got to go through it to get to that safe spot. And I didn't know where my safe spot would be. I didn't know if it would be tomorrow. It says we've endured for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And it never tell us how long we gonna cry. It never tell us when our joy gonna be. So my whole life, I'm only 26, but at the life that I did live, I wanted to know, when will I stop crying? When will I stop feeling like I'm not good enough? When will this storm be over? And even though my brother died last year, October 8th, I realized you will never be out of the storm. You will never be out of it. But you gotta use this life and use what you have been installed with to get through it. Everything that we go through in life is just an armor. It's something that's to protect us. But we got a rope. At any point we can give up. But why would we give up if we know that the center is coming? So my message for y'all is, no matter what you are going through, no matter how deep the storm or how long the storm may be, just to keep pushing. And if you keep pushing, the sun is gonna come out. It's gonna come out. And we're gonna look back at the people that gave up or pulled to the side of the road. And we're gonna say, if I stopped, I would still be in the storm. But I'm in the sun right now, so let me embrace the sun and let me, feel that pressure, feel that heat, feel that raise, because I know a storm gonna come again. And I know when it come, I'm gonna be ready, because I was ready to take every storm. And I ain't gonna lecture y'all, because I can get deep, but thank y'all so much for having me. Yeah.
So what was growing up? Where did you grow up at?
Y'all, I grew up in Morris Black. I grew up in the projects. I was a fighter. I grew up in the mud, literally. I seen it all. When I was 12 years old, my cousin got killed in my arms. I seen it all.
So what was one of your toughest obstacles overcoming in Morris Black? What was one of the toughest things you had to face growing up there?
I had to face that this was just it for me. Is it it? This what I will see every day? This how I will live every day? I have to fight my way through life, and I got to fight my peers or my neighbors or my friends and my family. So the only thing I asked myself was, is it? And that's what kept me going. Pushing for more, because I want to know what's outside them bricks. Right. What's outside them bricks? Literally, you've seen on TV so many people with these flashy things, and they doing everything. And you look up, and I'm a 12-year-old girl, 10-year-old girl, and I wanted to know, how can I get there? But in our environment, we don't expand. We don't let our children, or at the time, I didn't see anybody pushing me to be much greater. They just told me go to school and get a high school diploma. And a good person was gonna go to college. But they ain't let me know that student loans was gonna be there. They ain't let me know I needed credit to get a new car. You know what I'm saying? So they taught me how to survive, but what I like to say is, when my mom gave me up, she had me at 14. What was her survival skills? So it's generation. So my goal is to, whenever I have a baby, is to be that person that's gonna tell them, this is the world now, this is the world that you deserve, and that world is what you're gonna get. It depends on what pressure you apply.
especially initially after a tragedy or after some kind of unpleasant circumstance, what did you do?
Yeah. The first tragedy was my mom. I was 16. I didn't have any skill at that point. Just to be honest with you guys, at 16, I tried to end my life. I took 52 sleeping pills. And I ended up, I was in a 19-hour coma. I was in a 19-hour coma, and I remember the doctor saying, you know, we don't think she'll make it, and if she do make it, she's gonna be brain dead. 19 hours, my eyes awoke, and after that, I just wanted more. Now with my brother, the coping skill that I use is just to feel the pain. Feel it, feel it. You don't got nothing else to do but feel it. Because once you try to do anything else to try to cope, or try to say, I'm okay, and to live that, you hide and it's gonna be that rug. And next time you walk on top of the rug, you're gonna slip every time because you realize something else on top of the rug that ain't helping you walk straight. So you just gotta feel. And it's okay not to be okay. And feelings are okay, and they are very important. And in our culture, we expect to be so hard, so strong. We gotta be so strong. Because I don't want her to think I'm sweet. God tell me all the time. I hear it so much. Feel. Don't give up on feelings. Don't give up on those moments where you want to say, I am not good. I am not okay. Embrace it. Embrace every emotion, every feeling, every thought process. Because 10 years later, it's going to matter. So just feel. Yeah.
I just want to give you some props. Seeing what you're doing right now, all over as much as you travel, Waldy in his own arena, me doing the stuff that I'm doing. When we was making the child support, when we sitting there doing like 3 special, you know what I'm saying? Non-stop, still right here in the same room right now, being able to share that shit fire, that shit dope. I'm proud of you, homie.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And like growing up, my family never taught me about speaking. They never taught me how to be me. But some things we gotta know is deep down inside of us. We don't need to be taught. So my parent dying at 16 and my mother having me at 14 years old. All my family on drugs and always in and out of prison. Everybody wonder and look at me like, where you come from? You know what I'm saying? But it was already installed. And a lot of us are scared to embrace what's installed because we don't see other people doing it. We don't see other people doing it, so we shy away from what's already inside of us. So the goal is in life is just to whatever you feel, that burn, that passion that's in your heart, go for it. They may not understand it at that moment. They may not never understand it. And that's okay. It's okay. Because as long as I understand it, and I know what my purpose is and what my mission is in life, I'm going to keep going through that storm. Even if you're not there to hold my hand while I'm in it. But once I'm able to come back, I'm going to come back. But a lot of times we get almost there, and we see somebody who needs us, and we go all the way back, and that person may bring us down. It's okay to help, but let's clear our mentals. Let's get our heart in a better space to beat properly, so that when we go back, it won't hurt us, it won't tamper with our energy and our spirit. Everybody needs help, but at what cost?
So I can relate to your experience on a lot of levels. Just recently, what I'm going through now is...
Do anybody have any advice on how to process trauma? Or anybody have any advice?
It was that specific one, yes.
What I was speaking about earlier is processing trauma. And one thing that I've been doing is meditating. And it has been helping because I'm going to be honest with y'all. When my 9-year-old son got killed, I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be here. I felt like I couldn't even take a look at my other son and if they could, they're twins.
So I want to close it off with facing trauma is not faced unless you actually face it. You actually got to face it. We got to not be afraid of actually what's next, but know that there's a light at the end of everything. And with losing somebody, no words can ever explain that because we want them back. We want them here with us. And when my mom died and my brother passed away, I want them. I miss them. How am I supposed to survive without it? Something that I'm used to. So I spend days crying, I spend days screaming, I spend days not wanting to be here, spend hours and hours on saying, God, I have worshiped you. I did everything that you asked of me. Why me? And if you love me, then why? But the practice of your faith produces patience. And the practice of my faith had to produce that patience to know that whatever it is, whatever world God seeing for me or for the person that I lost, it was much greater than my eyes could ever see. It was much greater than that. So even right now, I'm still healing. The anniversary was October 8th, and I feel, like, God, I gotta face it every year. I gotta face birthdays, Christmases, and it's just a constant reminder of the thing I lost. But soon it's gonna be a reminder of something I gained from the lost. And I gained like a powerful mental, a strong heart. I'm still the same person. Everyone says like the things that you experience in your life, how are you making it? How are you surviving? Because now I gotta survive for me, I gotta survive for him, I gotta survive for her, and I gotta survive for the people after me and before me. Because survival is only mental. We gotta start acting like we have every skill that's possibly needed to survive. So that's just what I want to end it with. Face it. Be it. Don't create it, but be it, you know?
Like at any point in your journey, you ever like feel like just numb, like I don't know what to feel, how to feel, I don't know how I feel, I don't even like, do you ever just feel numb?
Yeah, I seen my brother October 7th. I went with him October 7th. I moved from Houston. It's crazy how life works. I made a post on my Instagram, y'all, and the post said, I'm living in Houston. I'm debating on going to Cleveland, Ohio or staying in Houston, but I want my brother near me. And so everyone was like, he's grown, you know, let him be an adult, you know, he got it, come back and get him when you're done. But God told me to go. I got a place downtown, and I called my brother, and I was like, you gonna move in with me? I got a place for us, like old times. My brother was like, no, because you don't let me have company. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let you have company. Cleveland kind of crazy. You know, I gotta meet him first. But October 7th, he called me, and he was like, sissy, guess what? I'm like, what? He like, I'm gonna move in with you. I'm like, you was always gonna move in with me. You ain't know it. I'm like, I'm about to pick you up. Let's go to Walmart. So we went to Walmart. We got things for the place. And this was October 7th. This was the first time my brother actually embraced my boundaries. He was like, I don't need anyone over. I don't need to have company. I'll just go to their house. I respect your boundaries. I love you. So we went shopping in Walmart for his bathroom. And, you know, I told him pick out some groceries. Even though he only picked out cream cheese, that's neither here nor there. Out of everything, I said, throw it in the bag. He picked out cream cheese and forgot the bagels. I was okay with that. We got to the place and I left, and I told him I'll be right back. I'm leaving the door open. You know, I had a code entry for the door. I gave him the code. And I went on the flight to Miami. The whole time I'm there, I had to fly at 6 in the morning. The whole time I'm there, like flying, I'm thinking like I should have checked my brother's location. But every time I check my brother's location, I'm not even lying to you. I would call the police and say he missing. One day he was at Lake Erie fishing, and the location looked like he was in the water. So I called the police and was like, my brother's in the water. They went to the Lake Erie on 72nd and said he was fishing on the rocks. So I was like, at this particular moment, I'm not checking my brother's location. He is an adult. He got this. I get a call as soon as the plane lands, not even off the plane, and they said, Sabrina, you gotta come back. My first thought was, please tell me my brother is okay. He wasn't. He passed away. So I had to come all the way back to Cleveland. At that very moment, I felt numb. At that moment, I felt numb. I was numb because I had to wait 8 more hours for the next flight to Cleveland. I was numb because there was no way for me to help him. I was numb because I couldn't see him. I was numb for various reasons, but I mainly was numb because I was with you on the 7th and we had these goals, these plans. You finally gave me my boundary. And he left. So getting rid of that numb feeling, I don't think I ever did. I think I just learned how to put peace on top of numb. And that may not even be healthy. So throughout life, I'm learning how to feel a little bit more, accept a little bit more, grow a little bit more. That numb feeling probably gonna come back. It's gonna come back at a moment I don't expect it to. But you never really feel on purpose again. You feel because you have to. I gotta feel it. I got to, because the only way I will overcome this particular pain is if I feel it. So even if you're feeling numb right now, or numb at this moment, pinch yourself. You still here. Everybody place your hands on top of your heart. That's something I like to remind myself when I'm going through anything, to let myself know you still have a reason to be here. You still have a pause. And your pause is valid and it means so much. And you are powerful, you are enough. So on the count of 3, I want y'all to say, I am enough. 1, 2, 3.
I am enough.
And thank you guys so much.
That was a nice speech. I love everything she said.